Hello, 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 fellow coin roll hunters. Thanks for joining me in this Silver Wartime Nickel mini-series. So I think this is the third roll in the mini-series. I have been adding these to the Silver Wartime Nickel playlist, so you can follow that adventure from the very first roll if you'd like. Otherwise, we've got ourselves a new, fresh roll to hunt today. What we're looking for is a large mint mark above the Monticello building. And I always check the enders. A little bit harder to see the dates on the enders of the nickels, but that's okay because what we're actually after is that large mint mark above the Monticello building dome. And it doesn't look like we've got any silver on the end. Now, make sure you hit the subscribe button so you can catch the next few rolls in this series. Also, I also have a series running of a $500 half-dollar box of coins that we've been going through one roll at a time. So that's 50 rolls in that series. So if you happen to find this particular video, make sure you check out the half-dollar series because we're looking for silver, and that's the big silver. So you don't usually get a chance to do that as often as we do the nickels. So been picking out some really cool stuff there. So without going on too long, let's just get into this half-dollar roll, or this nickel roll. Sorry, I did a half-dollar roll earlier this morning, which was pretty exciting. So anyway, the first thing I'd like to do is check the enders, which we did that. And then the second thing that you want to check is the edges of the coins. Now, you don't always have to do it in this pattern. I just think it makes it a little bit more entertaining for you. It's a little more fun for me because it's about the experience, it's about the entertainment, and it's about the silver. So the edges of silver will tone differently than these other ones. So like these shiny ones, we'll pull one out here and show you. That's probably a modernish coin. So what do we got there? We've got 1974D. So it's not a silver coin, it's mostly nickel. It's alloy. Obviously it's shiny, it maintains its appearance pretty well actually. But then you look and you've got something like this, where it's a darker gray. Now that's interesting because it's different. My experience has been that these are like the series stuff, so it doesn't have the mint mark above the Monticello, so it's not silver. But 1985D, okay, so it's kind of a neat example of toning. As these coins get older, they're exposed to different elements in the air, moisture, chemicals. There's just a lot of different things that go into the toning of a coin. But it's a nice patina is what that is. It creates some aging characteristics. But the one that's really got me excited in this roll is right here. You can see how that one there has some, in comparison to everything else we've seen, some pretty extreme toning. To me, that tells me it's old or it's just been exposed and it's been abused. But I'm told that this could be a silver coin. Ooh, that is, it's ugly. It's a 2002 Denver. So it's not silver. It's not even close to silver. It's just been abused. So it's not a method that's 100% accurate, but it doesn't need to be, I think. I think that it just allows you to quickly cherry pick through a roll. So if all you were really looking for was silver, you could probably say with 90% accuracy that there's no silver in this roll. Now, the ender on this one was also pretty gross. Didn't have the mint mark on the back like we're looking for. And that one was a 1987. So you can see how these coins, even if they're relatively young, can still get some interesting toning on it. It's like a camo toning. I don't know, maybe that is pretty cool. You just, you never know where these things pick it up. Maybe a waterfall or something. Or not a waterfall, but a wishing well. I don't know. So that's the second thing I do. First thing, check your enders. Second thing, check your edges. And now, to really see if we've got any older coins that may be interesting, something from the 50s would be great. 50s and older, so 50s, 40s, 30s. There's really one way to do that, and that's just to go through and check your dates. And that's what we'll do now. As you can see, as we're going through these, there's a lot of interesting coins that you can collect. The Mint lately has been putting out some really cool series, especially in the quarters, which I've been kicking around an idea for that one. I've got an idea for a really cool hunt. Maybe after we finish our epic box of $half here. What was I saying? Oh, okay. So you can do your birthday series, which is another series I've got going on this channel. If you're new to the hobby, or you're a parent, or like I said in the last video, just an aunt or an uncle, or you've got little kids that you want to entertain, the birthday series is a great place to start. And that's kind of one of the reasons why I started it on this channel. There's a playlist below for that as well on this channel. Mine was 1983, and I chose Denver as my mint mark. But you can do it in a couple of different ways, and I explained those in those videos. So it's just about finding something that is fun, that's interesting. I really enjoy the history of coins, so I don't tend to hold on to a lot of coins themselves. I'm usually pretty quick to go cash them in just so I can increase my bankroll when it comes to buying things like a $500 box of $half, like we're searching in the series right now. And so I take pictures and I make videos, and then I record all the information I can about them. And that's how I collect. I kind of collect history, so to speak. So I don't have too many coins on hand to actually show you. But there's a 1957, so that's pretty rare to see, these older coins. It's pretty cool. So 1957 is worth putting aside, I think. Another great way to get into this hobby too is the coin folders, where you just collect one of each mint mark for each date, each year. So if you're looking for ways to get into the hobby, that's another great way. Probably the easiest way. A lot of beginners will start there, but I've been coming up with some interesting coin collections. So we're not going to be doing just the normal thing on this channel. I've got plans. So make sure you subscribe to the channel so you can see what those plans are. You can enjoy the experience. Like I said, we'll have another, this is just a mini series, so we'll have a couple more rolls after this just to kind of give you guys something else to look at if you're not as interested in the $half that we're doing right now. So anyway, I think I've gone on long enough. This is Matthew, the Great Coin Roll Hunter, wishing you a happy hunting. We'll see you tomorrow.